Welcome back to the junk closet, everybody. It's me, the Junkman. Back in the closet. Who remembers the junk closet? Thought I would do a video in here. Don't know why. I would just... Okay, the truth is, the Cornelius virus is right out here. It's right out the door and it's trying to get in here. I was in the junk room, but it found a small opening in my air vent and got in. And now it's trying to get into the junk room. So I was going to make a video today, but I'm too scared of what's going to happen with the Cornelius virus coming at me. So what are we going to do today? Well, I was looking through my videos and I noticed one that I did a little over a year ago. Now, don't laugh at the video. It's me in the junk room before I had my desk where I was almost sitting on the floor at a plastic desk. Anyway, this video was a good topic, I think. I go over 10 video games that I loved growing up. One even helped me deal with fighting a virus. You know, I think it was Agent USA or something. Anyway, it's in the video. But I was surprised at this video. It only had about 520 views in over a year. Now, I'm not PewDiePie, and I'm not Phil DeFranco, or I'm not Ninja Man. I'm not one of these huge YouTubers, so 500 is not that bad for me, but for a video over a year with a topic I think everybody enjoys, I'm surprised it didn't at least get to 700. It's kind of like YouTube suppressed it, didn't want people to find out about the 10 video games I liked playing growing up. So I thought, being that I'm hiding out from Cornelius over here, that I would upload this video and let you see it. So let's travel back to over a year ago when I was sitting on the floor in the junk room talking about video games. And if I'm still here, if the virus doesn't get me, I'll be back at the end of the video. So let's go back a year ago and check out 10 video games that I loved playing as a kid.
Use the pipe.
No, I don't take pipes. That's cheating.
Take the vine to the warp zone.
No, I don't warp either. Leave me alone.
You know the fire gives you a fireball? If you jump through the wall, you can go to world -1.
Yeah, I know about -1. Come on, I'm not trying to do tricks. I'm not worried about glitches right now. I'm trying to rescue a princess.
Spoiler alert, the princess is in another castle. If you go to world 3-1, you can get 100 free men by jumping on the back of a turtle shell.
I know about the 100 free men, but if you get too many, then you die.
Did you know there was a world?
Man, I've been playing this game longer than you've been in my imagination.
My grandma's boyfriend is better at this game. He can get to world 5.
I'm the best there is at this game. Video games! Welcome back to the junk room, everybody. It's the Junkman. We're going to talk something different again today. We're going to talk video games, mostly classic 80 video games. There might be some 70s video games in here. I don't know, because I didn't have time to look them up. Well, I ain't going to say I didn't have time. I've got too much time. That's why I make stupid videos like this. Okay, I'm just lazy. I didn't look up the year. Some of them might be borderline, not late 70s. But this came to my mind to do this when I saw Ready Player One. Have you seen Ready Player One?
No.
What's that?
You haven't? Then why are you at home watching stupid videos like this? Go to the theater and see Ready Player One. It's awesome. I loved it. And it just brought back a lot of memories of old video games I played that you all know. But I decided to go a little different. These are games that I love playing. Now, I grew up on Atari, and then from Atari, I went over to Commodore 64. Well, we didn't have a Commodore 64. I had a Commodore 128, but it had a 64 built into it. And my brother, a little older than me, was in some kind of nerd club where it was supposed to be a programming club, but all they did was copy bootleg games. He probably had this many floppy disks of games, free. So I played about every game possible on the Commodore 64 or 128. And then after Commodore came my love for Nintendo, the original NES. No video game system impacted my life as much as Nintendo. So that's where I'm going to focus this top 10 list on. Now, this top 10 list isn't a 10 best, 10 worst. It's just 10 random games that I like playing. Some of them I don't hear a lot of people talk about, so I wanted to bring them up. Others are classics. So let's get to it. Let's start with number 10. This game I call Boba Fett. Okay, it's not really called Boba Fett. Does any remember this game called Hero? You got to fly around on a jetpack, and to me, I just pretended like it was Boba Fett. I remember being in caves and flying around. I was never any good at this game. It was hard as shit. At least to me it was hard. I played this on the Commodore. I don't know if it was, I think it was released on other systems later. I'm not really sure, but I love this game, flying around. Does anyone out there remember Hero? It was a lot of fun. I can't sit here and tell you what it's about, because I didn't do any research on this. Sorry. Just kind of remembering out of my head. And I remember bumping into walls. But the best part is that you flew around on a jetpack like Boba Fett. And if you watch my videos, you know I can't pronounce stuff. This one I'm still not sure how to say it. Milan? I get a lot of people hate this game. I don't understand. Milan's Secret Castle for the Nintendo. I love this game. Sure, you only got one life, and if you died, you got to start all the way over. Unless you knew the secret code, which I think was hold the arrow down and press start, or something like that. You could start off about where you died. This game was a mind. I mean, you had stuff hidden. You had to find it. You had to shoot walls and find all these secrets. It was horrible. When I first got this game, for a couple months, I played it and couldn't get off level 1. The levels with the castle, I couldn't get off the first floor. And then, luckily, I found Nintendo Power. And it helped me get through a lot of this game. But once I got the hang of the game and got past the first couple of levels, I put Nintendo Power up and tried to figure it out myself. Now, I'll be honest with you, it wasn't that easy, and I would have to go back time and time to the Nintendo Power. But that's what I loved about this game. Sometimes it was a little too hard, I'll give you that. But I love that you had to think, you had to try stuff. I had to walk around room to room and just shoot my bubble. That's right, he shot bubbles. I don't know why he shot bubbles. Maybe he watched too many of those cowboy commercials.
Big bubbles, no troubles.
But I would just walk around and shoot at the wall till I found a hidden honeycomb or something very cool. I really love this game, and whenever I see people talk about it or give reviews about it, most of them hate it. I don't understand why. I love it. It's very fun. Number 8, we're going to go back to the Commodore 64. This is a game, again, I'm not sure how many of you out there, I don't know how popular it is. I'm not a big fan of RPG games, role-playing games. To me, they always look corny and stupid, and it's not because they're bad, it's because I was snobby and I didn't give them a chance. Well, this one I gave a chance. It's called 7 Cities of Gold. It's kind of like Christopher Columbus discovering America. Start out with this little boat, which doesn't really look like a boat, and you sail the ocean blue until you come to a new island that's never been explored. And you get to be the first one. You get to walk around the island, and the more you walk, the more shows up on your map. And you get to run into natives. You can either kill the natives, they can kill you, or you can trade with them and make friends. And what you want to do is make friends with the natives. You want them to give you stuff so you can build your fort, feed your army. But a lot of times they won't trade with you. You'll offer them gift, and they won't take the gift. Or they'll take the gift and they won't give you anything. Or then your sister starts talking to you, you're not paying attention, you touch one of the natives and it kills him. And then you touch another one, and then they all start swarming on you. And then that tribe's not going to give you anything ever. And you run out of money, so you have to sail all the way back to England and ask the queen for more money. She'll either give it to you or not give it to you. Most of the time she wouldn't give it to you. This was a very fun game. It didn't look like much, and I did judge it a lot when I saw my brother playing it until I tried it. It was a lot of fun. I never did solve it if there was a way to solve it. I would just walk around the island, take the boat, sail out, see if I can find any smaller islands, build up my forts, tried my best to stay friendly with the natives. It was a lot of fun. I've seen other RPG games nowadays on your phone, and I always think, man, this would be a great game to have on my phone to play. But I can't find anything that even compares with this game that's half as fun as this. These stupid mobile games now, all they want you to do now is plant peanuts or grow flowers and pay extra money to build a house. They're just not fun. This is a great game. If you're into retro games or RPG games, check this out. Again, 7 Cities of Gold. Number 7, we're going to stay on the Commodore 64. One I don't hear many people talk about either. This one was called Agent USA. This is a stupid game, and I'll play it all night. I can remember sitting up. I can remember my brother had the Commodore in his room. He would be out, and I would stay up all night till 4 in the morning playing this game. What is this game? Well, you're a pair of feet with a hat on it. That's right, a pair of feet with a hat on it. And these little fuzz bomb things are taking over the world. It's kind of like a zombie game, but just not that creative. You would go town to town riding a train, and you would have to turn all these fuzzbusters back into regular people. You would go to one town, collect some diamonds, collect your money, buy a ticket to get on the train for the next place. Now, if you timed it just right, you could sneak on the train. You wait till the train blows a horn, press up to go in, and most of the time they'll kick you off. But if you time it just right, the train will take off with you inside it, and you get a free ride without having to buy a ticket. I never could solve this game. I don't even know if there was an end to it, but I would go around buying tickets, going from here to there, traveling that train. Looking back on it, I don't know why it was that fun. Even talking about it, trying to tell you about it, it doesn't sound that fun. You're not saying, oh man, I gotta play this game. Walk around and buy train tickets and touch the little squeaky things and turn them back into people with legs with hats. Okay, it doesn't sound fun. But Agent USA, it was a lot of fun. When you bought your train ticket, you had to know the time and the place. You would look at the map, see what town you needed to go to. It was a lot of fun, even if it doesn't sound like it was fun at all.
Stay a while. Stay forever.
If you know that quote, you know this game. And it's not Mission Impossible, it's Impossible Mission. I played this on the 64, and I didn't find out until a few years ago that they made it for Nintendo. I don't know how that is, but I love this game. It was so weird. You would just ride up and down elevators, go into this room, and trying to put a puzzle together. One of the great things was when he fell in a hole. Sure, it killed him, but you got to hear a great, great scream. See? I would kill myself just so I could hear that. And the quote comes at the beginning of the game. It starts you off in an elevator, and it says, stay a while, stay forever. I guess you were trapped inside this mansion. You had to jump over these robots that would zap you and freeze you. Some of them would stun you, some of them would kill you. And you would have to search drawers, tables, computers. And it took time to search these things. And you would hope that a robot wouldn't come over and zap you. Now before I give you my last 5, let's talk about some games that I really hated that I thought I would love. I was a huge Bill and Ted fan. I love the movie Bill and Ted, so how could I not love the game? Well, I went out to buy the game, and about 4 minutes after playing the game, I realized this is the worst thing ever created by man. I read the instruction booklet over and over again, but I still just didn't understand this game. It's not that I didn't understand it, I think it was just stupid. You would go to a phone booth, hit some numbers, nothing would happen. Every once in a while something might happen. I just can't talk enough about how stupid this game is. I can't explain it. I tried to play it again before I made this video, and I played it for maybe 3.7 seconds, and I took it up and I turned it off. This is a horrible game. Horrible game. Is one I shouldn't have been playing anyway because I was in my teens, and that's Where's Waldo. Now you're thinking, well, that might be kind of fun for trying to find Waldo. Well, guess what? The graphics were so horrible you can't even find Waldo. I'm going to put up the graphic here, see if you can find Waldo. Where's that stupid little fuck? See, nobody knows. This is a horrible game, horrible. But this is the only game I rented, brought it home, and kind of solved it. Yes, it was hard to find him because of the graphics, but if you just clicked around, you were bound to hit him every now and then. I should have loved it because it has Star Wars in the title. It was for the Atari 2600 Jedi Arena. This is one of those rare games that use the paddle, and the concept is fun. You got your partner at the top, you got you at the bottom, and you got the Jedi training ball in the middle. You have to defend yourself against the Jedi ball. Make sure the laser doesn't knock down your force field, because then the laser will go into your cubicle and kill you. This game was fun maybe for about 5 minutes when you first played it, but it was never really no skill. You couldn't hardly ever, at least I couldn't, never get the Jedi ball to attack my opponent. It was just random, and you would sit there and just twist that thing back and forth. Lightsaber, back and forth, lightsaber, back and forth, lightsaber, back and forth. After a while, it got pretty boring. This game should have been a lot better. Another one for the 2600. I saw this one on a commercial one time, and I had to have it. For about half a year, I could not wait to get this game because the commercial was so amazing.
I'll blow this town to smithereens! Time bombs! Try to get up there in time, Spider-Man!
Watch me cut my web, Goblin.
Watch yourself fall, Silk Slinger!
Gotta stop the bombs in time.
If I don't get you, webhead, my diagnosis will!
Holy Hannah!
And you're running out of fluid!
Is this more action than even Spider-Man can handle?
Spider-Man, a video game from Parker Brothers, the ones to beat.
See, doesn't that look like it's amazing? Well, it's not. All you do is climb up and down the wall. It's not even like you're Spider-Man. You don't even look like Spider-Man. It's boring. But like a lot of these games, they would be boring after months. This one was boring an hour after you played it. Hated this game. It just made it so worth it. I waited months and months because I thought this was going to be the best game ever made. Boy, was I wrong. And the number one worst game I ever played, and I hate this game. I'm sure there's some out there worse, but nothing made me as upset as playing this game. I hate Top Gun. Did you play Top Gun? It starts off pretty good. You're just flying around shooting some other airplanes and stuff. But I never could land on that aircraft carrier. Not to mention trying to refuel in the air. Now, I did that every once in a while. But I never once, not in my whole life, ever got past, I think it's level 2, where you have to land on the aircraft carrier. Up, 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 down, 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 up, 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 down, 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 up, 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 down, 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 up, 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 down, 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 up, 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 up. You'd think I would get it right one time. How can it tell you to go up? You go up, and time you go up, it tells you to go down. I still don't think this is possible. I don't think anyone's ever done it. Sure, I've seen people online do it, but they must be using a Game Genie or something. So let's get back to games I like. Number 5. This was so fun. Played it on the Commodore 64. Load Runner. No, not the Road Runner. Load Runner. You were this little white man. I don't understand the whole story behind it, but he would run around, make holes in bricks so the bad guys could fall in. You had to do this until a ladder opened up at the top and you were able to climb your way to the ladder to the next level. What I really loved about this game, it was unique at the time that you could make your own levels. And it was so fun to make levels. I would sit there all night and make these levels and wished I had friends to come over and play the levels with me. Or one day my dream of having Amy Covey come over the house and play Road Runner with me. I remember the level I made for her. It was a big heart with a ladder going straight up the middle. You didn't have to do anything but run straight up the ladder, take you to the next level. I saved that one on the hard drive, but if you watched any of my videos, you know Amy never came to my house. Amy never played Load Runner. At least, not with me. I heard a rumor that she did play Load Runner one time over at Boyd's house. To this day, I still hope that's not true. But anyway, we're getting way off topic here. Let's go on to number 4.
Remember, the Force will be with you always.
And it's a Star Wars game. And this one I didn't play at home. This one I would walk. It would take me 30 or 40 minutes to walk to a nearby bowling alley. But what did they have at this bowling alley? An arcade. An arcade full of 4 video games. But one of them was worth the walk. Star Wars, the arcade game. You look at it today and you think, well, that's nothing amazing. But I remember when I first heard about this, my brother told me. My brother said, hey, Junk Kid, they got a Star Wars arcade down at the bowling alley that talks. You can hear Obi-Wan Kenobi talk. It blew my mind. I couldn't believe it. A video game that talks? Get out of here, right? But they did. I would walk down there with a pocket full of quarters and play that arcade game. I wasn't that good at it, and over time I got very good at it. I love this game. It put me in an X-Wing. This was the first game I played and I felt like I was Luke Skywalker. Raiders of the Lost Ark for Atari. Now you young kids might look at this and say it looks stupid, but it's not. This is a mind-twisting adventure game where you have to actually think, you have to use your head to find the Ark. You have to find the medallion. You have to find the map room. You have to buy the shovel. You have to use your headpiece to the Staff of Ra to find out where the Ark was. Then you had to parachute into the cave. I still don't know to this day how we did it. I could solve it. My brother could solve it. But back then we didn't have the internet. I don't know how anybody could play this game without an internet or some strategy guide to play this game. We didn't have either. But we did love it and play it a lot. And nothing was more annoying than finding out where the Ark was, and then those little sheep guys steal your shovel and your money. Arrgh! If you don't know this game, check out my other video. I got one of me playing this and solving it. I can still solve it after 30 years. Unlike most of these other games, even if I loved them then, I can't play them more than 5 to 10 minutes while they're getting bored. Raiders, I can still play. And number one is one I shouldn't have put on here because everybody knows it, everybody loves it, but I'm such a big fan of it, and that's the Super Mario series. We're talking Super Mario Brothers. And don't you dare say Super Mario. Super Mario Brothers. Super Mario Brothers 2. And don't give me any crap. Super Mario 2 is a great game. I don't care what you say. It's not really Super Mario game. You know, it's based off another. We know all that. We don't care. It's a great game. Super Mario 3. Another fun game. Probably more fun than 2. Then even Super Mario World. And I was great at Super Mario. I used to learn all these tricks. I mean, I learned how to come out of a pipe and slide on one foot. Again, I was trying my best to impress Amy Covey. I was able to show her my foot slide one time at school, but she didn't care because Boyd was asking her all about the latest Solid Gold episode. But I had mad skills for Mario. I love these games, and I still can play them. Like I said, unlike some of these games where I get bored, you give me Super Mario, especially the first one, I can sit here and play it for hours. You can give me any of them. I can play Mario all day and night. Well, that's my number one game. Again, these aren't in really order, but I just want to bring up a few more that I loved. Next door where I grew up, this guy had in his basement tons of video games, arcade games. His job was to put them in stores and fix them and get the money out of them. So he was always changing out games in his basement. And that's where I got my love for Miss Pac-Man. I still consider myself a very good Miss Pac-Man player. It's fast Miss Pac-Man. There were two versions. There was one with Miss Pac-Man moved kind of slow and a fast one. I'm the fast one. I challenge any of you to a Miss Pac-Man challenge. Now, I'm not saying I'm Billy Mitchell of Miss Pac-Man. I was never that good. But if you went to the arcade by my house or to my neighbor's house that had it, most of the time, if the top scorer was on the machine, it was me. But I was, for the neighborhood, the best Miss Pac-Man player. And I'm very proud of it still today. There's one more I want to bring up that wasn't on my list, and I love this game. It's the first game I ever fell in love with, and they play it in Ready Player One. That's Adventure. Ooh, I just did a video streaming of me playing it. I can solve level 1 and 2. I still have a hard time getting through level 3. Those damn dragons. But all this game is you're a little square dot. You have to find the key to each castle so you can get the gauntlet, take it back to your yellow castle, and you win. Level 1 is pretty easy. There's only 2 castles. Level 2 gets a little harder, with the dragons a little more intense. But level 3, still to this day, kicks my ass. Those dragons, especially that red one, they just don't give up. I love this game, Adventure. Check it out. Well, that's a look at video games I played growing up. Did you play any of these? Because a lot of these games I don't hear other people talk about. If you did, let me know in the comments below. And maybe there's some games you played that I forgot about. So again, support us on Patreon. Check out some shirts we have. Links to all that is on the website, StarWarsJunk.net. You can now get to it by going to thatjunkman.com. I want to thank you all for listening.
Did you know Super Mario Bros. 2 with just a remake of Doki Doki Panic?
Ah, that's not funny.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.
10 video games I grew up with. That wasn't so bad, now was it? Let's see if this classic upload gets more views than the original. Well, like I said, in a year, it only got about 520 of them. What about those games? Did you play any of them? What about some other games I left off? And as we all over the world come together to deal with this coronavirus, stay safe out there, guys. You never know who's infected or who you might infect. It's coming in.
Come on, Junkman,
What?
open the door,
dog.
open the
Man,
door,
you don't know how
Junkman.
No,
Let
I'm
us
not
in.
letting you guys in.
Junkman, open the door.
Let us in.
No, I'm not letting you guys in. You might have the virus. Hey guys, until the next video, thumb up my content so you know you like my video and subscribe to the channel. And I'll be back tomorrow, I hope.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.